Hey now, and how's it? SimUp Blacks 2020. We are going to tell you how the 2020 college lacrosse season would have ended, and there's no better way to do that than to bring in the two most woke dudes in all of lacrosse, Ric Beardsley, former Syracuse All-American, and Brian Dougherty, possibly the greatest goalie to ever mind a net in the sport of lacrosse. Guys, thanks for being a part. Doc, how's your week going? How's your quarantine going, my friend?
You know, as the great Andy Towers would say, I am just a slightly above average right over here. It's a struggle with the two kids and the homeschooling, and we're doing the best that we can, but by no means am I great. I could be a lot worse, though, so sitting right there at average, and I can't complain. I think average in quarantine is like a huge win.
Nice, taking mediocre to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Uncle Rick, how's things upstate?
Well, we had snow on Tuesday. That was kind of a bummer. I mean, Mother Nature straight up kicking Syracuse in the balls. It's just how it works with this quarantine. Family is well and great. My wife looks spectacular. She's 3 workouts a day. She started that thing where you run from 100,000 miles or whatever it is, or you run 100 straight days and you go 3 miles a day, and it gets you from Buffalo to the tip of Montauk. She's got her little number thing, so she's doing it. Starts Friday. Everybody's great. The girls are going stir crazy. I am doing so many Zoom defensive clinics in my driveway. It is obnoxious, and it's freaking cold in that driveway. Doc has got 80 degrees. Today we have 70. Looking forward to wings at lunch after this. And that's about that, boys. I would like to notice one thing, how professional my area looks today, people, is I bought a tripod, and I am now in that legitimate business of being a virtual human. So now I would like to be known as...
Next step is a website, and you'll be good.
I would like to be known as Rick Headroom at times.
All right, so for those of you who are new to the program, Simulated Lax 2020, we have developed an algorithm that is over 85% accurate using all sorts of statistics like goals per game, goals allowed, face-off percentage, win-losses, man up, man down, all sorts of different components of it, and it's over 85% accurate. We ran it on all of the 2019 games that were played, and it was over 85%. We ran it on all the 2020 games that had been played up to this point, stuck strong as Ric Beardsley's right arm. And now
look at that white trash tattoo.
And now we got 3 games today. The first game, Syracuse, Virginia. Second game will be Notre Dame, Carolina. And the third game, the one we love, Army, Navy. What a big one. Uncle Rick, the floor is yours. In 1 minute or less, tell us why Syracuse can possibly take down Virginia, the defending national champion.
Well, let's really talk about the first thing you just said. In 1 minute or less, you have now put a time on us. That is absolutely absurd, Doc. We didn't agree to that in our contracts.
No.
We expect some type of compensation because you're limiting our speech. This is we have one of the commandments is thou shalt not kill. The other one is thou shalt give us more than 1 minute. That being said,
now you only have like 15 seconds, dude.
Are you kidding me? The Cuse, #1 team in the country, still hasn't lost all year. UVA has an injured Michael Krause right now for this game, so Syracuse is definitely on the rebound. Thank you for allowing me to go first to throw that injury report out there. Syracuse has gotten its defense together. They're they moved up from being the 6th top 6 in the scoring. They're up in the top 4 in the scoring, and they're where Syracuse does best. They win titles. I know that UVA is the defending national champ. I do get that, but they faltered a little bit, lost a lot in the midfield. Syracuse brings 6 legitimate midfielders at you. You know, you got the Tuarton finalist in Chase Scanlon, great finisher. Reifus has got like 60 assists right now. They ride, they clear. Their face-off guy is in the top 5 in the country. He's better than UVA's. Syracuse's goalie is Drake Porter's been spectacular. And Syracuse, without a doubt, has a better orange and better uniform. So Syracuse is going to be the victor today. Booker.
I love to hear that. The other thing I forgot when I introduced both of you guys is you'll be competing against one another in the Under Armour Underclass tournament. Rick, you're coaching the Connie team. Doc, you're helping out with the Philly team. Doc, the floor is yours, and you're clearly going to have more than 1 minute to talk. about the defending national champions, my man Doc's Aiken from right down the road in Philly, and Uncle Rick. I wanted to see your reaction to the 1 minute time clock. That was something Sebastian, Marty, the one-man party, Martinez, and I worked out just to twist the knife a little bit.
Tell you what,
Doc,
if we
go
ever
ahead.
get to meet Sebastian, it's going down. It's going down first with a bunch of shots going his way. All right, we'll get him nice and liquored up, and then we're going to take him outside and give him the business. Throw him up in the corner, jack him up a little bit, maybe a little forearm in there.
How do you not love Sebastian?
I love
Dude, it's
Sebastian.
tough love. Tough love. All right, so Virginia, this game is at Virginia. All right, it's the sundress capital of the world. Klockner Stadium is the most amazing place to play a lacrosse game besides Bird Stadium.
I admit that. It snowed in Syracuse today.
The Syracuse guys, it's been 36 and snowing for the last 10 days. All right, this is everything that we need to do. Syracuse going down to the grass, playing on their fast track. I do believe the three-headed monster of Virginia's face-off guys will be able to take it to the Syracuse face-off guy, garner more possessions, and then get the ball to that lethal offense with Krause, Aiken.
He's out injured, Doc. He has a twisted ankle.
And
High ankle sprain.
Nick Mellon didn't even get drafted in the PLL. So, I mean, that tells me if he's your best defenseman, not even going, some guy from Holy Cross went ahead of him. All right, so.
But your best defense, that defenseman did go in the MLL and not in the PLL, Doc.
Yeah, baby, a band check. And that's it. And I just want to finish with how trash Syracuse uniforms are. All right, they're going to be going down there with that stupid sleeve. They got too many layers on. It's going to be about 88 degrees, sundresses. They're going to be distracted. It's on grass, not turf, and they won't have the ball. Virginia wins by 2.
It'll be a thriller. One thing, Uncle Rick, you left out Drake Porter. I mean, he was...
I did. I just put in Drake Porter at the end of my talk. I said Drake Porter's been playing unbelievable.
I think he's been playing great. I honestly believe he would have been a Tewaaraton
The
finalist.
only issue we have now, because we're in the pandemic and we're still playing in the pandemic, is visa might get called back.
Well, greatness has its cost. All right, Sebastian, we need you to run the algorithm and tell us who wins Syracuse UVA, the Sundress Bowl. Syracuse wins.
Get it, Doc! Get it, Doc! Get it!
Oh!
Yes!
What a game.
Let's go
right.
orange.
We got Notre Dame.
Let's go orange.
Clearly a man who has had too many chicken wings and too much snow.
I'm about
during
to
his
have chicken
quarantine.
wings bowlless hot at lunch. We're sick.
We're going to take a short break, but we will be back. Notre Dame UNC will be next.
Outstanding high school lacrosse career. But when the kid touches the ball, he scores goals. Say hello to Matt Rambo. Look at the spin move. As Rambo steps in, sticks it.
Awesome. That was a good time.
Matt Rambo is just taking over.
Capping a historic year for the University of Maryland. Matt Rambo.
And we are back. Let's get into Notre Dame UNC. Brian Dougherty, you have the Carolina Tar Heels. They have some star power. I don't see how they could possibly lose this game. Tell us how they're going to win.
I mean, I'm just looking at the stats here, right? Points per game, number 1. Assists per game, number 1. Shot percentage, number 4. Man up offense, number 1. Scoring margin, number 2. Scoring offense, number 4. I mean, granted, they haven't played the Little Sisters of the Poor leading up to this, all right? But at the end, with the exception of that loss to Maryland in the algorithm, they're probably on a hot streak I just don't see any way that Notre Dame can kind of keep up with them. Costabile, I think he's twisted his ankle the other day, right?
Yeah, but he's back. He's been doing therapy, intense therapy.
BleacherReport.com. Went out there, that guy, Joe Keegan, he came out, broke the news, and, this is for you, Joe. Please do something with the stat page in the PLL. It looks horrible out there. All right, you can't even tell who scored goals, who has assists. So before you start breaking all your news, let's get back there and then take care of the PLL stat page. All right, UNC wins this one by about 4 or 5.
Interesting to see. Now, Uncle Rick, you're one of the greatest defensemen that played the game. You wore number 47 at Syracuse. And how is Notre Dame's defense possibly going to control that Carolina offense? And how does Notre Dame win this game other than great coaching?
Okay, so I see quickly, because yes, great coaching is what it is. It's going to be the difference in this game is going to be the Corrigan last name along with Ryan Wellner and Chris the Wojcik on that Notre Dame staff. Very simply, the game plan going in is to slide in and out of the zone, keep UNC on its heels, right? Get no rhythm to the beat of the rhythm of the night. They don't want to get that. They don't want to go El DeBarge, okay? They're going to keep them from going El DeBarge, and they're going to shut them down. They have a special new zone. I talked to my boy Ryan Wellner. The zone, ball slides to the right, and that would be your left. It'd be man-to-man, slides to the left, it's zone. It's called the amoeba, all right? It was from Jerry Tarkanian back in the old days. He's biting the towel, doing his thing. Now, that being said, Notre Dame has a great goalie in Liam Entenmann. The kid is a freshman, but he's already proven. I will admit, it is a big task. Doc's squad at UNC and Joe Bresci and the boys, Kevin Unterstein's defense, they've done a great job. They put a lot of scoring at you. But what I have learned, stats are just stats. They're not humans. The one thing that Notre Dame has is that passion of that head coach, Coach Corrigan. He gives what people don't have. He has this, the big heart. When he brings that heart out, it's over. I think he goes at them today in the beginning in his pregame speech is where it ends and begins. He says, instead of screaming and yelling, he goes, guys, we are Notre Dame.
You're gonna win one for the.
And that's it. Gives them the.
Are they gonna hit the play like a champion today?
Yeah, and then they run out. They don't. They single tap. They double tap. It's like the bongo on the thing. No, but in all seriousness, Brian Constabile is going to have a 6-goal game today. They can't stop him. They're going to have to shut him off. But how we really do shut him down is going zone man, get him off kilter. And I think we grinded on a 50-50 face-off win. And our goalie stands on his head today because our goalie has been trained by Doc. He's that good.
Doc, what do you think?
It's the only chance.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, I think Costabile's going to have a hard time scoring with that ankle injury. Okay, I think the whole man amoeba thing is a great concept. I'm not sure exactly which right. Is it my right? Is it
it's confusing.
Right? I feel like there's going to be a lot of confusion if you're putting that game plan in just for the week.
I don't know my right from my left, but that I'm confused, so therefore the offense is going to be confused.
I mean, the amoeba, it could be so confusing it might work, like with
that's flowing from high concentration to low concentration.
It's just one big mess out there. So I don't know. I still don't think there's any way. They can't face off. They won't have the ball. Carolina's offense is too great. You're going to need Liam Entenmann to have 47 saves, and he could possibly do it.
I agree. He could do that. I mean, he's that good of goal. He takes up a lot of space, Booker. And, Doc knows if Doc's saying a guy can make 47 saves, he's going to make 47 saves. I'll give him that shout out.
Love that. All right, Sebastian, let's get it going. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Notre Dame, Carolina. You ran the simulation 1,000 times.
L for love.
UNC 12-11. Liam Entenmann again doing it. All right, folks.
What can I say? Time out. What can I say when we go into this game? I already knew in the back of my mind I was losing. So it's tough to talk with passion about losing.
Is that how you took the field? Is that how you took the field at Syracuse?
I did. I took the field as a loser in this game.
I did. That's what you did. What about the heart?
Minutes, okay.
No heart.
I'm trying to do anything. I'm going into heart speeches. I'm doing hearts on my chest. Maron.
Shave your forearms again.
Oh,
I think you should.
shave. Wait till I lose about 10 more pounds. The veins will be everywhere.
All right, folks, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to step away. When we come back, the greatest matchup you can have, the Leadership Bowl of Leadership Bowls, Army versus Navy, right after this. Okay, we are back, and we are ready for Army versus Navy. Uncle Rick, you have Army. Doc, you have Navy. Joe Amplo's done a nice job at Navy. Doc, how does he take down Army in this absolute rivalry clash?
Well, we all know that this is an algorithm, statistic type of a format that we have going on around here. All right, we got scoring margin, we have shooting percentage, we got face-offs, we got clearing, we got ground balls, all very important things when it comes to see who's going to win. All right, but when you take Army versus Navy, these guys haven't been out of the barracks in like 8 months. It's like
they suffer from the dreaded, what Coach Des Simmons used to say, the dreaded. I'll tell you what the dreaded is on my turn.
Thank you. When you say, like, we're dealing with 8 weeks, 9 weeks of coronavirus, right? They deal that for 4 years. They're just stuck in their rooms. They're not allowed to do anything. All of a sudden, they go out there, and one time a year, Army plays Navy. They let all the cadets out. They're all up in the stands. They've been talking about it year-round. Coach Adele, God bless his soul, used to say, you guys are out there getting all hammered drunk at Bentley's, and these suckers, they're jumping on grenades. They're jumping on grenades for your teammates, and you're out there blacking out at Bentley's. Okay, so suck it, don't be ready to get your pants wet and your arms dirty, and let's go. That was what Coach Adele would be saying to us every single day leading up to the Navy week. All right, so God bless him. This one, statistically, we're going to throw it out there. Okay, I don't care who has a better percentage. All right, Army looked good early with beating down everybody. All right, but then all of a sudden they got smoked by somebody. I don't even know who it was. Okay, so I think they're going to come down to earth. Joe Amplo is going to get his first victory, all right, in the Army Navy, right? So you have to beat these teams, okay? He's going to have a lot of pressure. You could go 1-11 at Navy, right? As long as that one win is versus Army, that is a successful year for some of these guys, okay? So he's going to get out there, jump off the gates, all right? 1-0 versus Army, first time.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, Uncle Rick, Army, the Black Knights of West Point. What do you like?
All right, first of all, I wore all black for the Black Knights, number one, because I grew up over the river, just across the river in Yorktown Heights. I used to go to Army games growing up with Herger, Hoynes, that whole crew of guys, Coach Emmer. I mean, I wanted to go there, but I knew I couldn't have discipline. Somebody tell me to do 50 push-ups. Number one, I couldn't do 50 push-ups. Number two, I wouldn't listen. Now, that being said, Coach Simmons used to say, as we scrimmaged them every year, Coach Simmons would say, these guys, they suffer from the dreaded. And be like, the dreaded seaman back up. They're angry. Okay? Because like Doc said, they don't get out much. These guys have been in a self-quarantine. They do defend our country. By the way, guys, thank you very much, even to Army and Navy on a serious note, for what you do for the country. You know, you guys are stupendous. The Air Force Academy, Coast Guard Academy, Merchant Marine Academy, you've all done so much for us, especially.
No, I second all that. Good point, Rick.
I know you do. And again, I break chops, but They were the toughest team we ever played, and that was the one thing about them is toughness about the service academies. Now, that being said, Joe Amplo comes in. He's a new coach. He's just trying to get the feel of his guys. On the flip side, my boy Joey A., a.k.a. Joey Boombots, has been there for like 25 years. He's got such strong, big kids, right? He's got Wrigley on D. The dude's a monster, 6'3". I predict Wrigley scores 2 goals in this game. Army comes out ready to go, running dudes over. The last loss they have, they're the reigning Patriot League champs. They beat Loyola. They just lost to Notre Dame. I can't lie to you. They stumbled against ND last week. And this is Army-Navy. They look up in the stands. They dig down deep. They don't have to swim in water. They're on land. Their feet are on land. Navy wins if we're in a pool. Army wins if we're in Mikey Stadium. Go Army, beat Navy.
I got to tell you what, you really struck a chord when you talk about Joe Amplo, the great coach at Navy, and Joe Albarisi, the great coach at Army West Point. I love the fact that Joe Albarisi is a hockey guy. He was a great attackman in his days at Alfred. It's going to be interesting to see how this simulation runs out. Sebastian, do us a favor and end the suspense. Out of 1,000 times, how'd it turn out?
Let's go, Arm, Navy. Ten-7.
Dude, I'm going to say it.
I don't
This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. I'm saying it on Twitter. I don't care. It's bullshit. I'm a loser because Sebastian rigs this algorithm because Doc took an algorithm 725 class at Maryland. All right, and I didn't take one. I was an anthro major.
He sends me the different stat sheets than he sends you. He sends me
the updated ones. Dude, what's the deal?
You're hanging out. You're using last year's stats. I have been a loser. I mean, I'm not in the Hall of Fame. It's one more year I'm not in. I mean, I'm getting crushed right now. I mean, someone throw me a lifeline.
I haven't won a game yet either. I love you. I love you. I will tell you, Christian Daniel, Nick Cole, Jack Sweeney, and Ryan Kern must have had big games for Navy because Brendan Nichtern, Miles Silva, and Sean O'Brien.
Silva's a monster. I know his old man well.
They're studs. That's an amazing outcome. And Navy pulling out the tough one. Look at Doc.
How many people were at the game, Sebastian? Tell me.
3,209.
3,209 in Army Navy?
Yeah.
Or 32,000?
The place only holds 3,000.
Where'd you go?
They played offshore.
That's right. They played on the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, they played on the aircraft carrier. Right before the
PLL rules.
State basketball game.
That's right.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
And
they played Coolio, Gangster's Paradise was their walkout music.
Been spending most our life living in Gangster's Paradise.
The way you walk.
All right, so then my next question is, Sebastian, run the algorithm of who had the hotter uniforms for the day.
It says 50-50, equally as hot.
Equally hot.
I got to run. I miss you guys.
Yep, love you. Glad we had you. We're going to start the playoffs next week. And Uncle Rick, we're going to put your 1993 Syracuse team against Doc's 1995 Maryland team.
I might need 100 saves in that game.
No, I don't know. That's a good team, man.
I love it. I love you. We will see you next week, my friend.
Boys, be safe, everybody. Bye.
Be well.